One of the most innovative premium auto companies on the planet doing some very cool things is our next guest. I mean, we're talking about companies like Klipsch and Onkyo and Pioneer and Elite. I have to read them on this huge wall because there are so many. Integra, Energy, Jamo, Magnet. I mean, it just goes on and on. They're doing some really cool stuff. And wait till you see some of the things that we're showing you. Their director of product development from Premium Audio Company, aptly named, is Vlad Grodzinskiy. Did I say that right?
You did.
Welcome into Tomorrow, Vlad. How are you?
I am very well. Feeling well.
Glad to have you with us too, because you guys have so many cool things that you're showing here at CES. For example, as Chris pulls out to a wide shot, now this is a speaker. And if you're listening through your speakers in your car because you're listening on the radio, be sure to come by intotomorrow.com and see the video of all of our guests, but especially this one with Vlad. Tell me about this Jubilee. It's humongous. I mean, I don't even think it would fit in my living room, but I'd sure love to try it.
This is the Klipsch Jubilee. So it is one of the last projects that Paul W. Klipsch worked on, but it wasn't able to be created until technology caught up. So this is
something that he developed knowing that at some point into tomorrow, if you will, this was going to be able to come out, but the technology hadn't caught up yet, right?
Right. So you start at the entrance of our booth with Founders Row, which is where all of the founders, the innovators, created all of these great companies that you mentioned. Then we cross into here. And why this is an important speaker is because it looks like kind of an old heritage speaker, which is what it is.
But a really big one.
Right. But it's enabled with a lot of technology that wasn't available at the time of when this thing was essentially invented. Such as the ability to use an active crossover network. So one of Paul W. Klipsch's key pillars is efficiency. So what can you do with 1 watt? It's always more important for him to know what does the first watt do as opposed to how many watts you've got to work with.
I think that's awesome because it makes perfect sense, but most companies, they don't pay attention to that. It's just how loud can we make something? Well, that's not the solution.
Right. Efficiency is directly correlated with distortion. So the less distortion you have in your music and its playback device, the easier it is to drive, the better the experience is going to be. This is the ultimate epitome of that. Active crossover network that's available separately, comes in the box, or actually the 3 boxes. You've got the horn, the woofer, the active crossover. They're all horn loaded, and it will produce 108 decibels from 1 watt. Okay, so this is really the corner.
We got to say that again for those, because we got a lot of audiophiles tuned in, and,
right.
and even the rest of our audience is, wait a minute, 1 watt, that much loudness, if you will?
Yes, yes, absolutely. And that's why it's in this corner. It is literally the Klipsch Horn 2.0. It's something that Paul W. Klipsch, our founder, had wanted to create, and Roy Delgado and team took it to production. So we're producing this year in Hope, Arkansas, and it's a part of all of these brands that integrate well into a family. So this is the first presentation where we have the sound, the power, the speaker, everything end to end. So this gives us an opportunity to better integrate all of our different companies in the things that they do. So you go into a store and you could buy a speaker, and then you can buy an audio video receiver. So what happens when the audio video receiver company knows what speaker it's being plugged into? There's some really cool things that you can do. So
not only do they play nice together, but it ends up being a true family of products.
Exactly. You can ensure that it integrates well. And that's one way that our kind of cornerstone product, whether it's an audio video receiver and a speaker, can integrate together. Klipsch Optimized Mode is one of those features, amongst others. Of course, Klipsch Audio, Magnet, Hecko, Yamo, we all have integrated speakers as well, where the amplifier is integrated within the speakers. And that's really our showcase of what is tomorrow. And tomorrow involves Bluetooth streaming, Wi-Fi streaming, HDMI, 4K, 8K, very fast refresh rates. It's being able to be fully compatible with all of the great immersive technologies that we have now, including Dolby Atmos and literally everything else that you would otherwise see on this show floor, we have to be able to reproduce and reproduce honestly. And that's what the whole premium audio company of brands is capable of now doing.
And with so many products, you really have to work hard, I'm guessing. I mean, your engineering and research crews and so forth, okay, well, we know we can do this, but now we have to make sure they all play nice together.
Right.
And you talk about so much different connectivity and so many options, that's got to be a challenge, but you pull it off.
Yes, with so many resources from so many different brands, you're able to take on the specialties and the capabilities of the engineering staff from all of them to improve all of the products almost simultaneously. You know, transducer designers may or may not have any idea what electronics designers are capable of, but when you have a team of them working together, you're capable of making fully integrated systems that punch way above their weight.
And I love that. It's like one engineer says, of course we can do that, but here's how we have to do it. Oh, we got to make some changes, but you can make it and it can be accomplished appropriately. What are some of the other things getting real attention here at your exhibit? I mean, I'm noticing, of course, turntables and the whole resurgence of vinyl. And it's funny because you get, young kids, young folks listening to our show that are going, records, I discovered records, and the rest of us aren't really. Now you're finally discovering vinyl, but it certainly is getting appropriate attention these days.
Yeah, a component of records is encouraging people to explore the past of the music that they're interested in. So the more that you can get involved with reading the lyrics and looking at the art and actually knowing the names of the producers and the musicians that took part in the experience puts you closer to that live music experience, which is what Paul W. Klipsch and our company has always been about, is bringing you closer to being able to enjoy something like that at home in its full immersive live format.
And it certainly blows away quality-wise the MP3s that you might have thought your favorite music is awesome. Now listen to it on vinyl, listen to it with other sources and good lossless audio and all sorts of things. And it's a whole new experience for people.
Right, but it's also about engagement, right? It's more important that you are enjoying your experience with your music, whether it be an MP3 or a record player or streaming it through YouTube, or Bluetooth, or Wi-Fi for that matter. There's a little bit of something for everyone, whether it's completely uncompressed, high-resolution music streamed wirelessly to your Cinema 1200 soundbar that we have, which is a full Dolby Atmos 5.1.4 experience with multi-channel audio, a great subwoofer, and the capability to expand. Or it could be a set of our earphones, which is a more personal approach, but what you get with Premium Audio Company is the same level of engineering and the same engineers working on the entry-level product as well as the high end, as, for example, a $35,000 pair of Jubilee speakers.
Well, that just took care of my next question, because I was going to say, could I even afford such a thing? But $35,000 for a pair, and no doubt they sound awesome, and that's an understatement, I'm sure, for all of the Premium Audio Company quality products. I mean, you're talking about amazing companies, and not only, as we discussed with Vlad, how well they work together, but do check them out at the main site, Klipsch.com. So it's great that you continue to give homage, if you will, to the appropriate person who was so instrumental in driving this industry.
Yes, thank you very much. And absolutely check out some of the other new lines of product that you may be familiar with, like the Klipsch reference line of passive loudspeakers that will be soon launching globally and in Best Buys that are available near you.
Very nice. All that info can be had at Klipsch.com. And of course, we'll get you there when you visit us at intotomorrow.com. Don't forget to come by our site for videos of all of our radio interviews for our 27th year covering CES. I'm Dave Graveline. Stay tuned. Much more to come here on the Advanced Media Network.